Oleh Hural began his service in the ranks of the Armed Forces of Ukraine back in 2020 in the Luhansk region, but the full-scale Russian invasion caught him in the Chernihiv region, where he was trained as a combat medic. During his service, he held the defense in Donetsk and Luhansk directions, and also participated in the liberation of the Kharkiv region.
I have on my mom's line, in my family, all servicemen, very much from my great-grandfather, on my dad's line too, so I decided to restore this line, and I had such a desire to serve my country.
On November 30th, 2022, in the Kharkiv region, while carrying out a combat mission, Oleg stepped on a Russian mine and sustained numerous injuries, as a result of which he completely lost his sight.
Shrapnel hit my head, neck, arm, chest near my heart and leg. I felt like there was something on my head. I wanted to reach out, but it wasn't allowed, and they started holding my hand. Later, I regained consciousness in a hospital in Kyiv, and it turned out that I have been in a coma for 28 days.
In 2 years, Oleg underwent dozens of surgeries and went through long rehabilitation. Then he decided that he wanted to continue helping his comrades and completed courses at the Lviv Medical Academy. Now he works as a massage therapist and rehabilitation specialist.
What I like most about the process is feeling what you've already done, how it changes to the touch. Because as they say, blind massage therapists see with their fingers.
Artem is one of Oleh's patients. He has an amputated upper limb and needs regular massage sessions. They met at the firing range, where both servicemen were trained.
In the trooper's oath there are these words: I'm a professional. This applies to everything a trooper will do, no matter what he does. He is a professional. The massage is a professional. I thank him very much. He made me healthy, gets me back on track, puts me back on my feet.
Colleagues at work appreciate Oleg. They say that he fully copes with his duties.
I'm very proud of Oleg, that there are guys like him, our true heroes, young and brave. He is a fighter both on the front lines and here. He helps here too. He helps the guys a lot. He understands and feels them. I'm very proud of such people.
Oleg himself is constantly striving for self-improvement. He plans to take more massage courses to provide even better and more professional assistance to Ukrainian servicemen. Reported by Yulia Bil, Vadim Dmitriev, UATV News.
The activity of North Korean troops in the Kursk region has decreased. The main reason is significant losses, reports South Korean intelligence.
Since mid-January, there have been no signs that the North Korean troops stationed in the Russian Kursk region are engaged in combat operations. National Intelligence Service of South Korea from a Yonhap news publication. This is the result of effective work by Special Operations Forces and other components of Ukraine's defense forces. The possibility of further deployment of North Korean military units have been minimized. It should also be noted that the tactics used by some Russian military when deploying North Korean troops resembled those from World War II, where North Koreans acted like panel battalions.
It is currently unclear whether North Korean soldiers will participate in assault operations by the Russian military in the Kursk region in the future.
At this time, there is no definitive understanding of whether North Korean troops will be returned for participation in assault operations in the Kursk region. For now, they have not been involved in assaults for several weeks. Andriy Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation at the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Experts believe that Russia uses North Korean troops in the Kursk region to avoid exposing this front line and to continue its advance on other fronts. They were sent to the Kursk region in the fall of 2024. Since then, Ukraine's defense forces have managed to eliminate several thousand North Korean soldiers and capture 2 prisoners.
The North Koreans have not fully realized yet that it is not just people who can fight, but machines as well. It is like they try to counter this, but it is futile. They die in large numbers because they don't know how to fight drones. The majority of North Korean soldiers perish within the first minutes of assaults. They remain in small groups, try to seize positions. In reality, even if North Korean forces come across us, their chances of survival are virtually zero. Callsign Greek, Special Operations Forces serviceman of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, In an interview with RBC Ukraine.
Interview with the Associated Press, the president of Ukraine reported that on February 1st, Ukraine's armed forces struck a central Russian command post in the Kursk region.
Це була військова наша ціль.
This was our legitimate military target. A missile strike was launched from our side. Various types of weapons were used. A comprehensive strike was delivered, and we are talking about dozens of officers. They brought us 12,000 Koreans, as you know, and they lost 4 of them. They lost the combat capability of this first waste bag of North Koreans. I can't tell them anything else because they're just a waste bag. They don't know where they are going and are fighting against a country they've never been to.
However, the president of Ukraine pointed out that North Korean soldiers should not be underestimated. They are gradually adapting to the conditions of warfare. The most important thing is that they are highly motivated, reported by Julia Hranovska, UATV News.
Ukrainian armed forces struck Primorsko-Akhtarsk airfield in Russia's Krasnodar region overnight, informs General Staff. Attack was prepared by Ukraine's drone forces along with other defense forces units. The airfield is used by Russian forces to store, prepare and launch Shahed-type drones of Iranian project against Ukraine, as well as to service aircraft which attack the Zaporizhia and Kherson regions. Denmark to inspect tankers of Russia's Shadow Fleet. Danish authorities will tighten control over old oil tankers that may pose a danger to the environment, navigation and sailors. The decision primarily concerns Russia's Shadow Fleet, Bloomberg notes. According to the publication, this is a significant change in policy for Denmark, as the country has not prevented Russian ships from passing through its waters for more than 150 years. Ukraine has returned 150 defenders from Russian captivity. These are soldiers, sergeants, officers, servicemen of the Navy, Air Force, Airborne and Ground Forces, National Guardsmen, Border Guards, Territorial Defense Forces, as well as a policeman. They were captured in Mariupol and the Zaporizhia region. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky reported that the exchange was made possible thanks to the mediation of partners, in particular the United Arab Emirates.